Rapidly solving equations and reciting dense lists of facts has long served as our cultural shorthand for genius. We imagine high intelligence as a loud, dominating presence, a brain that has the immediate answer. Psychological research suggests a different reality. The true markers of a high IQ are often subtle behavioral patterns that appear unremarkable or even like social flaws at first glance. In cognitive psychology, intelligence is defined as a highly active processing engine. It is a measure of how a brain interacts with the world in real time, shifting the focus from what a person knows to how they think. Because this processing happens continuously, it reveals itself through everyday, seemingly eccentric habits. These behaviors are the mechanical evidence of a mind that functions at a high computational frequency. To identify a high IQ individual, we must look past the answers they provide and examine the mechanical habits of how their brain handles information. This cognitive engine operates like a three-stage pipeline, beginning with the input phase. This is where the brain aggressively gathers raw data from its immediate surroundings. This explains why many highly intelligent people observe more than they speak. They stay quiet in social settings to analyze emotional cues and social dynamics, using advanced pattern recognition to map the room before responding. That same internal engine drives a constant mundane curiosity. They ask why about everyday systems and behaviors, treating even the smallest interaction as a puzzle to be solved. High IQ input is a matter of continuous scanning, where the brain searches for invisible behavioral and systemic patterns in the environment. After gathering data, the engine moves into the computation stage. Here, the brain organizes, analyzes, and reflects on the information it has collected. This phase requires immense bandwidth. Solitude provides the prefrontal cortex with the quiet space it needs to manage complex reflections and long-term planning without the interference of social distraction. Research from the London School of Economics found a correlation. Individuals with higher intelligence report feeling less satisfied with frequent social interaction than their peers. Their brains simply require more quiet time to think. High cognitive flexibility also allows these individuals to adapt more easily to non-traditional rhythms, which is why many report being most mentally active and productive late at night. You may even see them talking to themselves. This self-directed speech is a mechanical tool used to improve focus, strengthen working memory, and organize rapid internal thoughts. What society often views as overthinking or indecision is actually the brain exploring multiple mental models simultaneously to ensure every variable has been accounted for. These antisocial or eccentric tendencies are the natural results of a mental engine running at maximum capacity. Once the computation is complete, the engine reaches the output stage, the visible results of all that internal work. One common output is an advanced sense of humor. Creating or understanding complex humor requires the brain to recognize patterns, connect unrelated ideas, and subvert expectations in an instant. This stage also manifests as cognitive flexibility. Highly intelligent people treat their beliefs as mental models that can be updated rather than fixed identities, allowing them to change their minds when presented with new evidence. This mindset relates to the Dunning-Kruger effect. While less knowledgeable people often overestimate their grasp of a subject, highly intelligent individuals are acutely aware of how much complexity exists, making them much more comfortable saying, "I don't know." The ultimate output of a high IQ brain is extreme adaptability paired with a deep sense of cognitive humility. Managing this level of constant analysis leads to a specific, quiet habit, the search for meaning. Because these brains are built to deconstruct underlying systems, they develop an increased awareness of the deep complexity within society, relationships, and human identity. This awareness proves that intelligence is more than memorization. It is an insatiable curiosity, a brain that refuses to stop asking why we think and behave the way we do. When you see someone sitting alone in contemplation or talking through a problem, you're seeing the outward signs of an active cognitive system at work. The defining trait of high intelligence is a mind that stays engaged with the strange, fascinating puzzle of the world around it.